What would you see if you gazed into the abyss of your own soul? Not just a passing glance, but a true descent into the hidden corridors of your mind, where forgotten memories, primal fears, and the very essence of your being reside. Would you find wisdom or madness? Throughout history, there have been those who dared to look where others feared to tread. Mystics, sages, and seekers who plunged into the depths of the psyche to uncover the fundamental truths of existence. They understood that the greatest mysteries are not written in ancient scrolls or hidden in lost temples. They are inscribed within the human soul itself. Today, we will explore the story of one such man. A man who ventured beyond the surface of his identity and confronted the depths of his own being. Was he a visionary or a madman? A prophet or a fool? His journey was one of self-discovery, struggle, and ultimate revelation. In this video, we will uncover the philosophical and historical significance of this quest. We will break down what it means to truly look into the soul and the transformative power this journey holds. And finally, we will explore how you can embark on this path, learning from the ancient wisdom that has guided seekers for centuries. But be warned, this is not a journey for the faint of heart. To stare into the depths of the soul is to confront the truth, and the truth is not always what we expect. Are you ready to take the first step? For as long as humanity has pondered its own existence, there have been those who sought to unravel the mysteries of the soul. In the ancient world, this quest was often seen as the highest calling, one that could lead to enlightenment, madness, or both. Among the earliest seekers were the shamans of prehistoric tribes, who entered altered states of consciousness to commune with the unseen forces of existence. In the temples of ancient Egypt, initiates of the mystery schools were said to undergo rigorous trials, delving into the abyss of their own minds to transcend the limitations of the material world. The Greeks, too, were obsessed with the nature of the soul. The Oracle of Delphi proclaimed, "Know thyself," a command that would echo through the teachings of Socrates, Plato, and later, the Neoplatonists. But perhaps the most striking exploration of the soul came from Carl Jung, the Swiss psychologist who ventured where few dared to go. Jung's work on the unconscious mind, the shadow self, and the process of individuation was more than just psychological theory. It was a modern articulation of an ancient journey. He spoke of the deep layers of the psyche, where symbols, archetypes, and forgotten traumas shape our reality from behind the veil of consciousness. Yet Jung was not alone. Across different traditions, from the Tibetan Buddhists who meditated on the nature of emptiness, to the Sufis who sought divine truth through ecstatic experience, the message was the same. To know the universe, one must first know the self. But what does it truly mean to look into the depths of the soul? Is it simply an act of reflection, or something far more profound? In the next section, we will unravel the core principles of this journey, what it reveals, why it is feared, and how it has the power to transform one's very being. To look into the depths of the soul is not a mere act of introspection. It is an initiation into the unknown. It is the difference between gazing at the surface of a dark lake and plunging into its unseen depths, where forgotten memories, primal instincts, and the raw forces of creation reside. But what exactly do we mean by the soul? Throughout history, different traditions have defined it in different ways. To the ancient Egyptians, it was the Ba and Ka, two aspects of the self, one bound to the body, the other free to roam beyond. In Hindu philosophy, it is the Atman, the true self, eternally connected to Brahman, the universal consciousness. In psychology, it is the unconscious mind, the hidden architect of our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Yet, across all these traditions, one truth remains consistent. The soul is not merely a passive observer of life. It is a living force, a realm of infinite depth, both luminous and shadowed. And to look into it fully is to embark on a journey known by many names. The Hermeticists called it the Great Work. The alchemists saw it as the transformation of base matter into gold. The Sufis spoke of annihilation in the divine, while Jung described it as individuation, the process of integrating the hidden aspects of the psyche to become whole. But why is this journey feared? Because within the soul lies not only wisdom, but also the the fragmented, suppressed parts of ourselves we dare not face. Our fears, our failures, our deepest wounds, they are all buried there. This is why so many turn away. To confront the soul is to confront the truth, and the truth is rarely comfortable. To truly look into the depths of the soul, one must go beyond intellectual understanding and step into direct experience. This journey is not one of mere contemplation. It is an act of surrender, a descent into the unknown, and ultimately, a rebirth. Many who have embarked on this path have described it as a process of death and resurrection. The Sufi mystics speak of fana, the annihilation of the self, before one can attain true unity with the divine. In alchemy, the Nigredo stage represents the breaking down of the ego, a necessary darkness before illumination. Even in mythology, we see echoes of this path. Orpheus descending into the underworld, the trials of the hero in Joseph Campbell's monomyth, and the crucifixion and resurrection found in Christian mysticism. But what does this mean on a practical level? When we confront the soul, we inevitably meet the shadow. Carl Jung defined the shadow as the rejected, hidden aspects of the self, everything we have suppressed, denied, or feared to acknowledge. This shadow is not merely psychological baggage. It is a living force, influencing our actions, shaping our reality, and often manifesting in external struggles. The journey into the depths of the soul is not one reserved for mystics or sages. It is a path open to anyone willing to look within. But it requires courage, discipline, and a willingness to embrace the unknown. Here are some practical methods that can help you navigate this inner exploration. Shadow work, confronting the hidden self. The first step to knowing the soul is to acknowledge its hidden aspects. Shadow work is the process of bringing suppressed emotions, fears, and desires into conscious awareness. To begin, journaling. Write down moments of emotional discomfort or recurring patterns in your life. Ask yourself, what am I avoiding? What part of myself do I fear others seeing? Meditation on the shadow. Close your eyes and visualize a version of yourself that embodies everything you reject or suppress. Speak to this version. Ask what it needs, what it fears, and what wisdom it holds. 2. Deep meditation and self-inquiry. Looking into the soul requires stillness. Through meditation and self-inquiry, you create the space to hear the deeper voice within. The question method. Sit in meditation and ask, who am I? Do not seek an intellectual answer. Simply observe what arises. The mirror technique. Sit before a mirror in dim lighting and gaze into your own eyes. Allow your face to blur and observe any emotions or visions that arise. This technique has been used by mystics for centuries to access deeper layers of the psyche. The journey into the depths of the soul is not an easy one. It requires courage to face the unknown, strength to confront the shadow, and wisdom to recognize the light hidden beneath it all. Yet those who walk this path emerge transformed, no longer bound by illusion, but awakened to a deeper truth. We have explored the historical and philosophical roots of this quest, examined the process of self-discovery, and uncovered practical techniques for looking within. But in the end, knowledge alone is not enough. The real transformation begins when you take the first step, when you dare to look beyond the surface and into the depths of who you truly are.